Hello everyone, I'm Anton64,
And I'm Sparanda.
and welcome to the HellfireComms playthrough of Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door for the Nintendo Switch. It's hard to believe it's been 20 years, back on the Gamecube even, since we first assailed Hooktail in her castle, since we guided the Punies through the boggly woods to their great tree, since we basically embarrassed Rogueport on the main stage at the Glitz Pits, and etc, etc. I'm not going to spoil the whole game for you here, but this is a remake that's been a long time coming, I feel, so let's begin. We're essentially going to do a chapter or so every week. If it runs on into a second week, it's an RPG. I'll do my best to pace it as well as I can, but Spar and I, we actually had a bit of a discussion about which Paper Mario we should do first. Like, PM64 is on Nintendo Switch Online, so we could have easily have done that, but I think this is the game y'all are really looking for right now. What do you say to that, Spar?
Well, I also don't like Paper Mario 64 that much. So, if we ever do that one, we'll have some fun things to talk about. But on the other hand, Thousand Year Door is in my top 10 games. So, we'll see.
Oh man. You actually got me a copy of this for the Gamecube, if I recall correctly.
I don't recall that at all. I remember I definitely found a copy online for me, and I sort of bragged about it because that's how I was back then, and you were a bit jealous because copies were very expensive back then, and they probably still are for the GameCube version.
Yeah, they added a bunch of like quality of life stuff to this. Bit of extra content, not too much. Don't want to, rock the boat here. But the trade-off to that is because there's so much more stuff going on and like gears whirring in the background, so to speak. This runs at 30 FPS as opposed to 60 as the original did. So there is still reason to play the original version of the game, which, I'm in two minds about, but as long as the remake doesn't completely devalue the original, I'm okay with it.
I would have loved if this came with the original being available on NSO, but that would cut into Nintendo's profits, so they're not going to do that,
I'm starting to think they have, like, a pact with scalpers,
It's either that or they're really holding on to it for the Switch too, and that's a giant dose of copium right there, but I'm hoping.
Really. They gotta put Saturn on there, they gotta put Dreamcast, other, like, 32-bit and above consoles, essentially.
Can you imagine getting Sonic Adventure on NSO for Switch 2, though?
That would be fan-dabby-dozy.
Or we could just get another copy of Kingdom Hearts to buy it for the 13th time. Yes, I said that on purpose.
Good. Yes, this is where it begins, in the sea town of Rogueport, the tale of the quest for the legendary treasure. And yes, that is a noose.
Yeah, in the original game, this whole sequence actually played before you got to the title screen, so you kind of had to just sit and let it play before you got there in order to get this intro. They changed it so that it starts after the title screen, which I think is a much better way to handle it. As much as I like having some kind of intro before getting to the title screen, how I like my anime games and their openings.
Yeah.
This was a really, really long sequence to have to start up, so getting to the title screen is just nice to see sometimes, especially with the way the music is. And the music in the remake, and the little bit I have played, is quite nice. I have noticed it's a little bit quiet, though, in some places. I have trouble hearing it, sadly.
Ah, okay. Have you stored wax in your ears recently?
Could just be the way I'm playing through my capture card, and the volume I have it set at, but everything else in the game seems normal volume, but not the music, so I don't know, maybe it's just a weird thing that's going on with me.
Well, let's talk about what we can see, first and foremost. Everything has been essentially remade from the ground up, like some kind of paper thing, if you will, and the music itself has been redone. Don't worry if you're not a fan of like every track in the game, though, because there is a badge you can get at the Rogueport badge shop, which is free and takes up no badge points, BP for short, and that will change it back to the GameCube soundtrack. Yay, Paracarry from the first game.
I'm not sure if it's actually him, because I don't think Paracarry had a blue shell. It might just be a regular male guy.
Well, I guess we'll have to go to the wiki for that. Oh, there he is. He who is on another journey.
Let me just go ahead and look that up so I don't look stupid.
Ah, well, it's too late, Spa. People only take in the very first thing they hear. Okay, I'm totally taking Casey's joke here, but I love the picture of everyone there after they fought Dio in Egypt.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that. Also, it looks like I am the idiot. He did have a blue shell.
Hey, there you go. Now, let's see here.
Can't be an HFC playthrough without me getting something wrong.
Well, each and every one of us is cocked up every once in a while, so don't worry. Hello there, Mario. You'll notice right away that each character has their own individual Banjo-Kazooie-esque sounds. In the original, it was just like dun-dun-dun-dun.
Yeah, everyone had the same kind of sound. Now it's all different, and I've never been a fan of this particular thing, but it's not harmful, I guess. It's not for me, though.
I wonder how the Wii U guy who always posted about how much he loved water feels about this water.
It's very shiny. A lot of this game is very shiny, and in some places I think that's a bit of a detriment. Maybe that's my thing of I hate different that's popped up in the past, and I'm trying not to be negative Nancy about the whole thing, but it is different in a lot of places, but it's still Thousand Year Door. It's still really fun to play regardless of any differences and changes.
That's what I've heard, like, through checking out Twitter and various forums and whatnot. Like, in spite of some changes people might not agree with, this is a good remake. It might not be a great remake, might not go to, you know, the extent of what the Final Fantasy VII remakes are doing, but, yeah, let's not put the cart before the horse and actually play the fucking thing first, shall we?
Yeah, that's basically how I felt about it, because I was like, 30 FPS? Come on, man. And then I actually got into it, and I was like, 30 FPS, this feels kind of bad. And then I played more, and I'm like, okay, this is fine.
And then you were like, man, 30 FPS. End of statement. Please wake up, sir.
Please. We need to kick you off the boat. We can go now.
Imagine being made of paper and opening your papery eyes.
Can you only see directly in front of you? There would be no peripheral vision whatsoever.
Yeah, because Mario's a predator when he's made out of paper.
He is probably one of the strongest versions of Mario, like, in the entire canon.
Not untrue. I must apologise, sir. Our arrival was delayed just a bit by rough weather. Are you quite sure you want to disembark here?
Actually, I wanted to get off at Albuquerque, but you just went right by it.
Did you just, like, leave me in the ghetto? What's going on here? You say there's a princess waiting here for you. Is that code for something? You be careful, sir. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Rogueport, not the nicest place ever.
Nope. Clue's kind of in the tile, but, yeah, here we go, baby. We are back playing a classic Paper Mario with its, would you believe it, EXP at the end of each battle.
It's actually an RPG and not just a sticker simulator or whatever.
An adventure simulator, I think you'll find.
You'll be happy to know that saving is still very quick and snappy in this game.
Yeah, don't worry, they don't play this message each time.
It's just that fast. It was always fast in the GameCube version. One of my favorite things about the GameCube in general is just how fast it was to save, because that wasn't the case with a lot of games on, like, PlayStation or whatever. You sometimes had to take like 30 seconds or something to save games on that one.
I remember. I rotated my saves in Kingdom Hearts, thank you very much. Well, now, I'm doing the asking, so be a good little student and tell us what you know right now.
How about you go fuck yourself? What if she just said that, though? Like, wow, it's that kind of remake.
Yeah, like, for mature, Jesus. Now, what would be funny if she was like, you guys realize you're 3 X's in a line, right? And they just went, ah, and disappeared.
Oh, no.
Italian to the rescue!
Or just walk forward and intervene, I guess.
Not likely.
What?
What do you think you're doing, chump? You think you can screw up my plans? Gah! It's always something. Looks like I'm going to have to give you a little taste of the old Crumper Bomb.
Mario must be like, bro, what the actual fuck is going on? I just got here. This town is crazy.
At least Bowser fucking stole the princess's castle and flew it up into near orbit.
Right.
Don't sweat the details, just jump on him and hit him with your hammer. Oh, I'm hearing this glorious remake and I'm vibing.
One of the best things about the remake that we'll obviously get into as we go through it is that there are multiple battle themes for the music. It changes as you go through the game with each area, multiple times per chapter, I believe. And it's really just nice. I love when battle themes change, because as nice as it was in the original GameCube version, it does get a little old after the whole game, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Have a similar problem with Chrono Trigger as well, because again, as nice as the music is in that one, you hear the same music for 10 hours and it starts to grate a little bit.
As you can see, all the UI and whatnot has been updated. I am similarly in two minds about this. It's clean, but it kind of lacks the style of the original game.
Yeah, I would say it's lacking a bit in character, to put it another way. It looks too plain, I guess.
You gave me a little thumbs up. That means Mario approves of my lifestyle.
Another thing about this one is that a lot of characters have a lot of additional animations, including Mario and your partners and even just a lot of the NPCs, which is really great to see.
Oh, Jesus. Didn't realize he was going to call in the squad.
He's going to call in the FPS bomb, though.
Oh my god.
To be fair, this always chugged on the GameCube as well, so it's not a big deal.
Thousand Year Door loved to throw tons of sprites at you, as if to say, yeah, we teased Mario 128, but never went through with it.
When your models are entirely flat on two sides, that means you can have less polygons per model, I guess.
Bah!
I love Crump so much.
He's great. Here's a question for you, though. Crump or Forful?
Well, I'm gonna break your heart, Tom. I'm not a big fan of most of the Mario and Luigi games either.
Wow, really?
Yeah, no, Dream Team was the only one that I liked.
Not even Superstar Saga?
Nope.
Wow.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna break your heart.
Wow, mister. You totally broke my heart, but you also saved me, so thanks. I have just got to give you a little reward.
Ma'am, that's sexual assault.
I'm a junior at the University of Goom. Nice to meet you. So, who are you?
Oh, yes.
Now, in the original, Mario gave, like, a kind of salute to basically say, like, here I am. I guess they removed that because they thought he was hiling a certain someone.
Yeah, that's definitely a good change. And I think that's all we can say about that one.
Jeez. Me, I already hate it here. There are freaks and weirdos everywhere. It's nasty. The boss sends his greetings.
This whole thing that's playing in the background was ignored by Mario and Goombella in the original, but in this one, as you notice, they actually turned and looked at it so that the player is sure to pay attention to it. It's another change where it doesn't really matter.
It's kind of a neutral change. Like, it's kind of funny both ways. Like, number one, it's a funny thing happening in the background. Number two, they just turn and look at it and then turn back and carry on with their conversation.
Not my problem.
Great hoogly boogly if it isn't Master Mario. Oh my god, Toadsworth, we thought you died.
I thought we left you on Delfino Island.
Oh right, that would have been... Wait, no. No, he was in one of the Mario and Luigi games.
Oh, okay, well I wouldn't know that.
You wouldn't, you heathen.
Oh, yeah.
I liked Bowser's Inside Story, but I never finished it.
Okay.
So you got that for you, at least.
People think I'm weird when I say I prefer Dream Team to Bowser's Inside Story. I just prefer the Dream World.
Yeah, I think Dream Team's great. I'd love to have a chance to replay it, but, you know, things and money and reasons.
Indeed. We'll find her, Master Mario, surely. But I know my place, and this is not it. I'll go hop into a grave now.
He's just gonna walk 10 feet and get winded because he's old. That's the whole joke.
It is. Is that your dead son's head on the top of your cane? Questions that will never be answered and probably shouldn't.
No, I think it's okay to just leave it right there. It is opposite colors from his mushroom top, head, whatever you want to call that.
The princess who always gets nabbed by Bowser, the Koopa King, the one you rescue? Wait a sec, this is wild. Princess Peach sent you that treasure map?
I'm pretty sure earlier in the conversation, Mario, well, as far as we can tell, name drops Princess Peach, because that's how Goombella reacts, so I don't know why she has to react to it twice.
Just to make sure the player understands what's going on.
I think it's more a case of, it's assumed that she didn't understand that it was actually the Princess Peach. It might have been a different princess, because there seems to be a number of them throughout this world.
Really? Goombella joined your party. It's me. I just kind of faded in from somewhere. I'm kind of scared, Goombella.
Fun fact, when I originally played this game and that screen popped up that says Goombella's abilities, a primer, I thought a primer was the name of the ability.
Yeah, so did I originally. That's Goomfa, the Goomba. He's always complaining about being swindled or mugged.
I mean, that's pretty fair. I'd probably complain about that.
Just don't go outside, problem solved. This is Rogueport Square. It's the centre of town and the main business district. Ignore the way I said district there. It's a crossroad where many people meet, including more than a few shady characters.
They always talk about how shady Rogueport is, but for the most part everyone's pretty friendly. The most you'll get is an NPC that just tells you to buzz off and mind your own business.
There's like no hard F-bombs or anything like that. The F stands for flat, by the way. It's the worst thing you can say to someone made out of paper.
Probably, actually, yeah. I was thinking when we made the joke earlier, if they did a remake of this rated M, they would call it the 1,000-Year More. It made me chuckle internally, and I had to share.
Okay, I appreciate that. I would be remiss if I didn't do this.
I don't think you can interact with it anymore. I tried.
I know.
I'm not sure if there was actually a thing in the original, or if that was a mod I saw.
There is a mod for this game which I believe translates all the text and then translates it back. It is very infamous for calling the final boss a certain N-word.
Oh, I didn't know that. I knew about the mod. I didn't know about that part, though.
Freeze! You two, not another step. Don't come this way. Some complete jerk just bumped into me and made me lose a contact lens. I'm looking for it right now, so don't you dare move.
I think you can just stand here infinitely and the game will never move on, so you are forced to take a step in some direction.
Idiot! You stepped on it. Oh, my poor contact lens, which miraculously teleported under your foot. Is this a scam?
You know, it probably could be.
You're gonna pay for it. And you gotta help us. Compensate me, Mr. Clumsy. Fine, if that's your plan, here's mine, you oaf.
This is the game's way of blocking off the western side of town until you're meant to go there.
That's Zesty, a super skilled toad chef. With the right ingredients, she can make anything. She's like a kitchen magician.
How do you know that?
I am like a total klutz in the kitchen, so I really respect a chef's touch.
It comes with not having hands, actually.
Where you walk directly into a gang war spur.
It's not the first time in one of these playthroughs, I'm pretty sure. I think if you go on the other side of that fence right there by the eastern door, there's an item that you can grab. Might be a star piece or something.
Hey, what's your beef, pal? Yeah, I'm talking to you. The guy bumps into you and just runs off like that. Unbelievable. Some people are so rude.
And the game does not have Goombella tell you this, but you did lose half your coins, and you have to go back and find the guy in order to get them back.
I will, but we have an appointment with an old Goomba first. Was it? Who's there? Who wants me?
I also love this guy. Professor Frankly is one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, he's great.
He has very Professor Pickle energy as well.
Ah, sliced Finley, if you please. It's not Goombrielle. It's not Eliza Goob. I've got it. You're Goombella, aren't you? You were in my archaeology class last year, am I right? Go Goombas!
The entire concept of Goomba universities is so weird. I do love that the Paper Mario games make it so that characters like the Goombas and the Koopas and whatnot are not all just evil minions that follow Bowser. Like, there are good ones as well, and even neutral ones.
Yeah, there are heroes on both sides.
It's almost like it actually develops the world in a smart and convincing way.
Yeah, a thing with Sticker Starter and Color Splash, and to a greatly lesser extent Origami King, is that a lot of the world mostly just feels like a paper diorama with characters play acting instead of an actual world that just happens to be made of paper, and so are the people. That's why people liked Paper Mario 64 and Thousand Year Door so much.
Especially with 64, in the original Japanese, it's just called Super Mario RPG 2. I think it wasn't called Paper Mario.
Good point, and well made. In that case, I'll check the wiki just to make sure we got that right. I'll cooperate with you however I can.
I suppose I can go check that.
Okay, first of all, we should start by addressing just what the legendary treasure is. Some say it's an infinitely vast treasure hoard, while others say it's a magical item. Some books say it's actually a monster, while still others claim it's an empty chest. So many different theories, obviously it's impossible to divine the truth among them. But all agree on one point: to find the treasure, one must have the crystal stars. The crystal stars? To find the treasure of yore, take the 7 crystal stars to the Thousand Year Door. Trademark. That's how the old saying goes, and with a rhyme that solid, it must be true. Therefore, if you want to find the legendary treasure, you must first collect the 7 crystal stars.
Okay, Super Mario RPG 2 was the original title during development, and I think they changed it during development because it was originally set to release on the 64 disk drive, which, as we all know, failed horrifically.
Yeah, I believe it's just called, like, Mario's Story in Japan. And obviously this would be Mario's Story 2. But we do have it, Professor, or, well, not we exactly, Mario has the magical map. Oh, what?
Frankly's new animation there.
Spar, please, I'm trying to say this. Hobbida hobbity, hubbida hippity, hoobida habbala, huffla, hoofla, really? You actually have it? Could I just take a quick look at it, if you don't mind?
Actually, no, you're not allowed.
Thank you, photographic memory.
Very trusting to hand over the map to someone that Mario just met, though.
Yeah. Well, like you said, he's one of the good ones. Right on, Professor. Good golly, what are we doing just sitting here then? Goombella, Mario! Let's take the magical map to the Thousand Year Door trademark. Off we must go this instant. I'll lead the way to the sewers underneath the town.
Hopefully you get a chance to go back and grab your coins before the game forces you to leave.
Pretty sure it didn't force you in the original, so hopefully the same holds true here. It's okay, we won't use that anyway.
That guy there on the right, you could fight him if you want to. He's pretty tough at this point of the game.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave well enough alone, I think. Yeah, I'm pulling another card trick today and making tons of loot. But somebody started tailing me, so I came here to hide out for a while. Don't tell anyone you saw me here, or I'll bonk you.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what that means, though.
That's Darkly. He loves the dark. He just stays here in the shadows all day long.
He's actually trapped here. He can't step out into the light at all.
It's okay, it's fruit juice.
Our first star piece, we'll be able to trade those for badges eventually.
Yeah.
It doesn't unlock until later on in the game. I guess he got bonked.
I don't know where you are, but you make me uncomfortable.
Like the same species as a Horus horsecollar.
Didn't even give him a name. He's just a gambling addict.
Was the name of the race Dugan? I've never seen that before.
Eops. Fancy meeting you here. You're pretty dang persistent, buddy. What a pain.
Sorry, I actually spent the money because you went to talk to Frankly first.
Very cool. Now, I believe in the Japanese version of the original, there was a chalk outline of a toad in here.
Yep, I remember that. And that was changed for the English version, right?
You're pretty sure.
Sadly, I don't think there's anything else back here other than just another Goomba.
This is a huge secret, but I gotta tell someone. I'm a wanted Goomba. I was a thief in another town up until about 3 months ago. Yeah, a good one. But then the heat came down and I needed to hide out, so I came to Rogueport. Now that I told you I'm lying low in this fees then, you gotta keep it a secret, okay? Heh, I'm so sly. Look at his face!
Oh.
That's Mick Goomba, a Goomba obviously. I think he's on the lam from somewhere. I mean, why else would he be chilling in this back alley? It's nasty here.
Me trying desperately to not make a Persona 5 reference.
Let's use the pipe in front of the professor's house to get down underneath the town. That was me pressing ZL.
Yeah, that's a new feature that will have your party member give you a hint as to how to move on.
Hey there, fella. Welcome. Is this your first time in our shop? I think it is. I always like to explain our shop point system to new customers, so bear with me. Customers receive 1 shop point for each item they purchase, up to a max of 300 points. You with me so far?
I've never seen anyone get that high.
Oh, really? Save up enough shop points and you can get prizes, including some rare items. You'll find a list of prizes posted in any shop, so be sure to check it out. It's a pretty simple promotion, wouldn't you say, fella? Need me to explain it again? Yes, because I'm an idiot.
Most of those prompts will default to no in this game, but some default to yes, so you gotta keep on your toes.
You got an item. You can use it and blah blah blah. You know how items work.
Yeah, pretty simple. Don't recommend buying too many because there's a lot of free items out in the field for this game, especially things like mushrooms and fire flowers.
Alright, 300 points is gold bar times 3.
And that sells for 300 coins, if I recall correctly.
Jeez. This economy is in shambles.
And if you talk to that first Goomba, first Toad, there in the shop, he'll actually custom order the contact lens that you need for Zesty.
Ah, okay. Jesus. What a shithole.
Sadly, the bad shop is closed.
We will open at 11 AM today. Welcome. Yes, welcome to the Toad Bros Bazaar. Eh? What's that? You want a contact lens, you say? Wait just a moment. This fool says he wants a contact lens.
Just a single one, too.
Gee, fella, I'm sorry, but we don't have any in stock right now. Tough luck, I know. I can special order one right away for you, but it'll take a while. Check back soon, okay?
Alright, we'll see you in the next recording session, I guess.
I guess so. Yes, that chest is infuriatingly just out of reach.
Me during the Kingdom Hearts 2 playthrough.
Indeed, Spar, and God bless you for it. Sorry, I had some retail therapy to do.
In the meantime, he's just like bent over because of his back pain.
Oh, no. Where does the back begin and end on a Goomba?
That's a horrifying and good question.
Really? A master, are you? Maybe you ought to practice them just once, just to be safe. No, I'm good.
No, I think just the normal action commands are pretty simple. Even in 30 FPS, they don't feel that different. The bigger problem for me has been input delay on my controller, which I can usually fix just by plugging it in so it's wired instead of wireless.
Ah, so you don't press down anymore, you press A.
Yeah, that's a little bit weird. I'm not sure how much I like it, especially because when you have a sideways pipe, you still press forward to go into it that way. So it's a bit inconsistent. A lot of the changes are pretty inconsequential, and it's just like, whatever.
Typical, you surface level snobs are so stuck up. Ooh, I get to see the sun. Ooh, I like to breathe clean air. Come over here, scruffly mustache man. We're gonna teach you some proper manners. Leave him alone. Can't two academics and a world-famous hero wander the sewers of a port town in peace? If this is your usual greeting to visitors, then you must have learned it down here because it stinks! Ouch! That was cold, dog! What, you too good for a fight? If you ain't looking to tussle, then stay out of the sewer.
If I recall correctly, these guys were actually hitting on Goombella in the original version.
Yes.
And trying to get her to come with them, and I guess they took that out for pretty obvious reasons, I would think. Another one of those changes that I'm okay with.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't have a problem with it in the slightest, but it's one of those things where it just kind of feels out of step with the rest of the game's script. It's like in Bill and Ted, where they're all like happy and wholesome and, you know, stay excellent to each other, and then just randomly they hug and then like kind of go ew and call each other the F-slur.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, alright.
Just random is all.
It's just, again, they want to make Rogueport seem this really dangerous place, but they also have to make this as an okay game, make sure it's an okay game for kids. So they can't have anyone, like, be too actually terrible.
Yeah. Someone pulls out a knife and stabs Mario.
Mario, this is the 1,000-year Glock.
I meant to do that. I'm prolonging his suffering. Bye-bye. It's okay, I'm learning as I go.
Yeah, it took me a while to get the timing as well. Most of them, especially for the guarding, I feel like I have to do it just a split second earlier, again, because there's a little bit of input delay with my controller, so I gotta be a little bit careful with it.
You also can't mash through this results screen anymore. I believe this is because they built it on top of Origami King's engine, but don't quote me on that.
Ah, that would make sense in terms of the, you know, aesthetic, visual style, and everything.
Are you ready, Mario? There are plenty more where they came from, and they'll all have it in for us for some weird reason.
Well, you're the protagonist, that's just how it works.
Yeah, first strike. A lot of RPGs these days have this. Attack first to gain an advantage.
In some cases, you can get a disadvantage if you do the wrong thing, like jumping on a spiked Goomba will actually hurt you instead.
I wish to see what's over here.
It's the correct path.
Well, God bless.
The only path. You could go, like, all the way to the left, but there's nothing over there to do, so why would you do it?
God, this remake slaps.
It's so good. Again, not like the original was bad. It's one of my favorite pieces as well, but there's just something about the update that just feels really great to just listen to. And again, there's remixes throughout the whole game in different areas, so you don't even get tired of it.
Yeah. I will take the flower.
I think one of the most noticeable things with the visual upgrade is the fact that the coins are cardboard, I guess is the way you would put it, instead of looking like metallic coins, and I guess that's an Origami King thing as well. I did play some of Origami King, but I enjoyed it, but all I was thinking as I was playing it was, I just want to go play Thousand Year Door instead. So I did that.
Like, no matter how good that formula is going to be, you're still going to want an RPG to have, like, EXP and whatnot.
Yeah, for sure. I enjoyed the combat. It kind of felt like it was just more of a puzzle than combat, but we're not here to talk about that game. Let's talk about Thousand Year Door instead.
We'll do Origami King at some point. Tanner and I have discussed playing it, but, you know, so many more things in the meantime.
I have said that if you ever want to just go through all the Paper Mario games, and I mean all of them, then I would be down for that. And then you said you're not going to play Sticker Star, so that was vetoed very quickly.
I'll play it if I bloody have to.
We already have like 5 other games set to LP that we just stuck this in the middle of instead of doing it, so...
Really?
You know, I think we should probably get through those first. By the way, when you get out of this combat, check behind the big block in between the block and the pipe, because I think there's another star piece there. I will try to remember where those things are when I can, because I think I grabbed all the ones that were available when I was playing last night, and I'm sure the... almost called them chat. I'm sure the comments will let me know if I miss one.
Chat, is this real? Is this paper?
Is this real life or is this fantasy?
Speed.
Ooh, I was gonna say I remember something being there. Thought I was wrong for a second.
Hey, you were sweating there. Oh no!
0.7 seconds it took you to find the star piece.
I keep pressing B and he does a single thing.
Yeah, he has a single frame of Super Guard, which in the original, because the game was in 60 FPS, was 2 frames. It's the same amount of time, though. It's the same fraction of a second, so it's technically the same, but a little bit different. But I like that there's actually an animation so you can see whether you're early or late now, so that's a really nice change, actually.
Whoa, they were here the whole time.
And there's even more stuff that you can peel back later, as you can see by that little flap there.
Don't say Xehanort's Keyblade. Don't say Xehanort's Keyblade.
I wasn't going to. I was paying attention to frankly phasing through the world to get to where you were.
That's okay. It was more for me than for you anyway.
I think I've had enough Kingdom Hearts for a while. I've played almost nothing but Kingdom Hearts 2 for the last month to prepare for that birthday stream.
Only the great hero of legend can hear my voice. Yeah, everyone else, nothing.
Except for Goombella and Frankly, because they can also hear.
Shush, don't put a... God, why, Spar, why? I've been here ever since, waiting a long, long time for the hero to come by. So yeah, anyway, big guy, what brings a hero like you to a place like this? Mario, a word with you? I'm not exactly confident that we can trust this chest. Well, drat.
Well, frankly, you kinda... Yeah, you just said it. He said the loud part. You said the quiet part out loud.
You're definitely gonna need my help if you hope to get those bad boys. So first you should look for the key to this chest, then use it to let me out. Definitely. Not sure how this chest guy would know anything about crystal stars. What do you think we ought to do?
I say we free him.
Well, I know my vote goes to you finding that key. I'm sure it's around here somewhere. This is what the key looks like, by the way. This all seems legit and on the level.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely not going to be jump scared by anything. I don't think there was an animation for him using the key in the original either. He just kind of walked up and it happened.
Fools!
Hey, look, it's Youngtown.
I was gonna say.
This was the inspiration for the Snatcher from A Hat in Time, one of our favorite games.
Yes, indeed. I like how you said that like we're fucking Venom or something. We like Thousand Year Door and A Hat in Time and Kingdom Hearts. Boogly woogly woo, you're cursed. Deal with it.
Those statements are true. I do like that they changed the cursing animation to a lightning strike instead of the screen flashing, just to avoid, you know, people having seizures. That's a really, really good change.
Trembling yet? Shit yourself? Maybe piss and cum at the same time?
Somehow I knew you were going to say that.
Oh, I can't help but say that. And chortle, you're doomed! This curse is pretty rough, I guess, so I suppose I owe it to you to explain it. If you stand on an airplane panel like this one, the floor will start to glow.
Not the whole floor, just the panel. Just to be clear.
Ah, Jesus!
Oh god, my arthritis. Yeah, this goes on for a while.
Once you start to rise, stop tilting that, you idiot.
This tutorial goes on way longer than I expected. I kept waiting for it to stop, and it just didn't. There you go.
They're just making sure that you know exactly what you need to do. Ah! That was painful both ways. Farewell, you foolish fool. Wee. Wow. Just wow. What was that guy's beef?
Well, that just happened.
Oh, what the scallop? Made out of paper? So yeah, we'll get a number of these transformations throughout the game. They essentially lock progress. Essentially,
yeah, and it was, I guess, part of the thing that helps the randomizer that I played last year help with progression is you find these things randomly because it's essentially a loading zone randomizer, so you can get any room in the game. So how you find those transformations is random because it's a randomizer, so you need to find them in order to progress, and I'm repeating myself and going in circles now.
Oh, Jesus, press B, someone, press B!
Someone get me out of the dialogue loop of life.
This is meant to happen, right?
Minor nitpick, I don't like the new animation for this whole sequence. I think it looked better in the Gamecube version. 0 out of 10.
Was it a different colored light, perchance?
It was more the sound effects for the thing on the symbols on the floor glowing, and then this effect that's about to happen with the map was a little bit different. I think it's the part that's after it shows this screen of the map is where the different effect is.
Okay.
I do like this, though, how all of this has changed and it looks like a pop-up book. I don't remember how much it was like this in the original, but I do like this part of it showing the map evolving is good. That effect right there looked different in the GameCube version. It had more of a ripple where the world was kind of distorting more.
We can use Sweet Treat now.
Sweet Treat? Probably one of the best star abilities in the game. Actually, it's really good.
It's akin to Refresh in the first Paper Mario. One way or another, we should return to my place and study the map closely.
Oh yeah.
And so they did.